woke up early, did laundry, we checked out of our hostel, and we don't really know what we're doing today. So we figured out our train situation, and we took the train all the way to the National History Museum.
Our backpacks are really heavy.
And we're going to have to carry them for a lot of the day. Hopefully we'll be able to drop them off at our hostel. We're all at the museum too, yeah. Morgan's making me start in the amphibians, which is okay as long as it stays amphibian and not...
Reptiles?
No, not aquatic. These are reptiles. But we're in the amphibian section. There's things. So Morgan's going into the underwater stuff. I'm going to stay at a distance because I have an irrational fear of underwater things. So look at that. I'll just kind of hide out over here. This is a booth that plays clips to bring back your personal memories of events. Here's Morgan getting all of her personal memories from
2 years in the 80s.
1980s, the 1970s, 60s, 50s, and 40s. So here's Morgan creating memories of when she tried to get memories that she didn't have. Now, Christian, this was a great museum for dinosaurs, and I know how much you love dinosaurs. Me and you often talk about kids growing up, little boys, fall into two categories: those obsessed with outer space and those obsessed with dinosaurs. And I loved outer space, you love dinosaurs, and there's some T-Rex arms, so that's kind of cool. But everything was kind of dark, and so it's kind of hard to get things on film. They had them hanging up in the rafters as you walked in, and up in pillars and things like that. Here's two large skulls of dinosaurs. One that I assume is a Triceratops, but it might be something else, and I'm wrong. And something that looks like a T-Rex to me, but again, I don't really know. But they did have a really cool animatronic T-Rex thing that growled and sniffed and did light roars. Luckily, nothing big enough to really freak you out, but that's kind of cool. I like looking at that. On top of that, they had some murals of dinosaurs, and they had lots of fossils throughout the whole exhibit. All right, well, we're in the hostel that Morgan picked out.
Hey.
For the night before our plane ride, and
well, let's just say
it's old,
and let's just say our beds were unmade when we came in. The guy just
kind of folded the stuff right in front of us and said, "There you go. There's your bed."
Which is pretty sick. So I can't wait to sleep tonight.
So I'm glad this one's the only one Morgan booked.
Hey, we had to get close to the airport. That's the only reason.
We did, and we are. So.
We should just go sleep in the airport tonight.
Good. So we left our hostel and weren't quite sure where to go. So we heard Camden was a cool town, and so that's where we're at. We're in Camden. We found a place to eat. Got some Thai food. It's pretty good. We're sitting kind of near a river in Camden, and the market back there is really busy, but it's not too bad sitting out here by the river. While we were there, a boat actually had to go through the lock, so they filled up one side and raised the boat all the way up. You can see it slightly rising right there. And then once the boat was at the same water level, they opened up the lock, and slowly the boat made its way through the gate there. So, mine and Morgan's pace is slowed.
I know our train's here.
We're dead tired. Let's see on this first one right here.
This is London. Change for the Central, Northern and Waterloo City Lines and DLR combined. This
We
is a
walked around the
Circle Line
city
train
for
via
a
Embankment
week now.
and Victoria.
But we probably could have just walked to Paris by now.
Oh, and I don't know if I ever mentioned this, but paying for bathrooms, that's a thing. So this is the outside of our hostel. You may notice something very distinct. Nowhere on the outside of the building does it actually say the words hostel, room, hotel, accommodations, vacancies.
Sounds like a club in there right now.
Yes, and it's definitely pumping. We go in through this side door. I just took a quick shower. We're getting ready to leave the hostel that we checked into just a few hours ago. Just this night it'd be easier, more convenient, cleaner to stay in the airport. And we didn't even know that it would be an even better idea until we got back. And as I'm sure you can hear, there's quite loud music playing downstairs. So we're packing everything up and getting ready to leave the hostel, and two girls from New York just came in, and I saw them walking by the hallway, and her face was freaked out, and I could just see in her face, she was like, this is not what I thought it was. And so they came in, and I told them about the hostel that we stayed at, and St. Christopher's, which has just stellar across the board ratings, nothing but good things. Have I heard about St. Christopher's? That's why I'm really excited about checking into our first one in Paris. And so they've got a couple of places, and I gave them my map and wished them the best. They just got off the plane and showed up here, and that's got to be a pretty bad experience. The good news for them is it only goes up from here. So, two girls, if I never see you again, which I probably won't, I hope it went well. I'm sure it did. Anything is better than the Heathrow hostel. Hinkler fish.